On the morning of January 23rd, 1556, the earth unleashed its fury upon the Shaanxi Province in China. It was a catastrophe unlike any other in recorded history. An earthquake, estimated to be around magnitude 8, ripped through the region. This seismic event remains the deadliest ever recorded earthquake. It claimed the lives of an estimated 830,000 people. It is believed that the earthquake's epicenter lay in the Wei River Valley, a densely populated area. This event would obliterate those who lived in yaodongs, artificial caves carved into the loess cliffs. The earthquake's devastation also extended far beyond its epicenter. It flattened cities and villages. The ground liquefied, swallowing entire communities. The buildings crumbled into dust, burying countless souls beneath the rubble. Survivors faced a nightmarish landscape. Their homes were gone, their families torn apart. Confucian scholars debated the role of natural disasters in the cosmic order, while Buddhist and Taoist communities provided aid and spiritual solace to those affected. The scale of the devastation is difficult to comprehend. The death toll represents nearly 1% of China's population at the time. The Ming government had a well-established bureaucracy, but disaster preparedness and response mechanisms were rudimentary compared to modern standards. When the earthquake struck on that fateful night, it caught the region unprepared, resulting in unprecedented destruction. It forced the people of China to confront their mortality and the unpredictable nature of the world, and it still serves as a reminder of the awesome power that lies beneath our feet. The 1556 earthquake struck during the Ming Dynasty, a pivotal period in Chinese history. The Ming Dynasty, founded in 1368, marked an era of cultural revival and economic prosperity. The Ming rulers, having overthrown the Mongol-led Yuan dynasty, sought to reassert Chinese traditions and values. Under their rule, China experienced a flourishing of art, literature, and technological innovation. The economy thrived on agriculture, trade, and the production of exquisite porcelain and silk. The Ming Dynasty was also a time of significant population growth. This led to the expansion of cities and towns across the empire. In Shaanxi Province, where the earthquake struck, the population had increased substantially. Many people lived in densely populated urban centers and rural settlements. The Wei River Valley in particular was a fertile agricultural region that attracted a large population. The yaodong dwellings provided a unique and affordable housing solution in the area. However, the Ming Dynasty was not without its challenges. By the mid-16th century, the dynasty was facing internal and external pressures. Corruption among officials was rampant, leading to economic inequality and social unrest. The threat of invasion from nomadic tribes in the north also loomed large. The 1556 earthquake struck at a time when the Ming Dynasty was already grappling with these issues. The disaster exacerbated existing problems and exposed the vulnerabilities of the empire. It would take years for the region to recover from the earthquake's devastation. The disaster would leave a lasting impact on the social, economic, and political landscape of the Ming Dynasty. The 1556 Shaanxi earthquake released an unimaginable amount of energy. While modern seismologists estimate its magnitude to be around 8, the earthquake's effects were felt over a vast area. Historical accounts described the ground shaking violently for what seemed like an eternity. Survivors recounted the terrifying sounds of the earth groaning and splitting apart. The earthquake's impact was immediate and catastrophic. Buildings collapsed within seconds, burying people under tons of rubble. The earthquake triggered landslides that reshaped the landscape. These landslides dammed rivers, causing widespread flooding. In the loess plateau, where many people lived in yaodongs, the soft soil amplified the earthquake's effects. These dwellings, once considered safe havens, collapsed, burying entire families alive. The earthquake's devastation rumbled through the region far and wide. Major cities like Xi'an and Weinan suffered significant damage. The earthquake's tremors were felt as far away as Beijing, hundreds of miles from the epicenter. The immediate aftermath of the earthquake was characterized by chaos and despair. Survivors stumbled through the rubble-strewn streets searching for loved ones. The air was thick with the stench of death and decay. The injured cried out for help, their voices lost in the din of destruction, a telling tale of the raw power of nature and the vulnerability of human civilization in the face of such staggering forces. The 1556 Shaanxi Earthquake left an indelible mark on Chinese society. The staggering death toll of 830,000 represented an immeasurable loss of human life. Entire families were wiped out, leaving behind a void in the social fabric. The earthquake's devastation extended far beyond the immediate loss of life. It triggered a cascade of consequences that crippled the region for years to come. The destruction of infrastructure hampered transportation and communication, isolating communities and hindering relief efforts. The collapse of granaries and the loss of crops led to widespread famine. Survivors faced starvation and disease in the earthquake's aftermath. The social and economic consequences of the disaster were profound. The Ming Dynasty faced an unprecedented crisis. The government's resources were stretched thin, and its ability to provide effective relief was limited. The earthquake's aftermath exposed the vulnerabilities of the Ming Dynasty and contributed to its eventual decline. The disaster forced the Chinese people to confront their mortality and the unpredictable nature of the world. It also fostered a sense of community and solidarity as survivors came together to rebuild their lives, serving as a reminder of the importance of not taking life's moments for granted, because you never know what's coming next. If you liked this video, then please like, share and subscribe. It helps out the channel and it helps us create more content. We really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.